What's up, guys? I think it's time for a workout. It's a little quiet in here, so time to get something going on. Come join me. Hey everyone, welcome to another Starke HomeFit workout. This one is going to be our first partner workout. So we haven't done a partner workout yet. The way this is going to work is you might have to Zoom call someone, Skype, you can FaceTime, call them on a phone, use a walkie-talkie, a couple cans with a string together, whatever you need to do to make this happen. Find a partner today, set a time to do the workout tomorrow, and then you're gonna do this together. So the way this workout's gonna work is it's 30 minutes, one of you working at a time, and it's called tag team. We've got some different variations. I know people have different equipment at home. Some people only have one dumbbell or kettlebell. Some people have multiple dumbbells, kettlebells, different weights, some a bit heavier, some a bit lighter. Some of you have barbells with weights. So either way, we're gonna make this work for you. The first movement is 40 front squats between you and your partner. So say person one goes, they pick up that barbell, they got it in that front rack position, they're banging out their squats. As soon as they're done, say they hit 10 squats, they're gonna put their bar down, dumbbells, kettlebells, whatever they're using, they put it down, they say 10 reps to their partner on the screen, and then basically their partner is going to pick up from there, 11, 12, 13, and you're going to keep going up from there. You don't have to do equal reps of everything. There's going to be people that are stronger at certain things than others, so basically just work together to move as quickly as you can through this. If you feel like you're starting to slow down in the movement, just trade off right away. Don't be a hero. Don't try to keep grinding your way through. The goal is to move fairly quickly through this over and over and over with all the exercises for that 30 minutes. So once again, when person one is done, they're going to shout out the number they completed to person two. Say person two does 10 reps. Person three is going to get that bar up again, and they're going to go from reps 20 to whatever. If you have lighter weights, so say I've got 95 pounds on my bar, I'm doing the workout with that, and then my partner's got maybe like a 30-pound kettlebell. What I'm gonna suggest is you do like a goblet squat jump just to get the legs working a little bit harder, and I want you to move fast with it. Almost like, not so that you're gonna burn out, but I want you to kind of get to your threshold, almost redlining, just kind of playing on the knife's edge there. So this way you're actually like really taxing yourself, working hard, working fast. If you were to just grab that 30-pound kettlebell and just sort of like, you know, go through those reps, you're gonna be able to keep going. But I want you to move fast. I want you to add a jump to it, especially if you have a lighter weight, just to kind of get those legs burning a little bit more, get that lactic acid flowing in there, and you're gonna feel a good burn with that. So if you are going a bit lighter, move fast, add a jump to it. So the second movement, once you've both completed your 40 reps of the front squats, you're gonna go into bar or bell facing burpees. So with this, you're gonna drop down, chest to ground, jump up and over that bar. You can step forward, you could jump forward with your feet, whatever you wanna do, just as long as you're jumping over that weight. So you're gonna do however many you want. I would maybe go like 5 to 8 reps or so and then trade off. You can decide with your partner. I would probably suggest 5s so that you could stay moving quick, keep that rest fairly short, and you won't get your heart rate up too high during that. So just 5 reps, short and fast, and then just quick little trade-offs here and there. So once you get to your 40 reps, you're gonna go on to the next movement. The next movement is bent over rows. Bent over rows, you can do this with your barbell. So if you've got that 65, 95 pounds on, just pick that up, hinge over, get that back at about a 45-degree angle, and then you're gonna be pulling that barbell into the waist around the hips or so. If you got rings, if you wanna do ring rows, you can definitely do that too. If you've got 2 dumbbells or kettlebells, you can do rows like that, so 1 in each hand. Or if you wanna go, I did a table variation earlier in the week where you're like hanging under the table, doing rows that way, that's another option. So once again, trading off. When you get tired, switch off, let your partner pick up where you left off. After you finish those rows, you're gonna go on shoulder to overhead. So once again, barbell, kettlebells, whatever you got going on there, you're gonna go from that rack position to overhead. You can do a strict press, which I don't recommend. You can push press it. Actually, sorry, let me go back on that. If your weights are lighter, then go strict press. Push press might be a little easy if you got lighter weights. So if your lights are fairly light and easy and you can bang out, say 8 reps, no problem with them strict, I'd say go strict press. Those of you that are a little heavier with the weight, go push press. If your shoulders are a little fatigued, you might want to switch to that push jerk. But either way, it's your choice, however you want to get that weight from your shoulders to the overhead position. Make sure you're not moving too fast where you're not locking it out and bringing the weight back down before standing it up. Those of you that have been to classes here, you know what I'm talking about. So we want to make sure that you have a good secure lockout. Your hips are extended, your knees are extended, and you're standing up tall before that bar comes back down into that front rack position. Once you finish your shoulder to overhead, the next movement is going to be your floor wipers. For the floor wipers, you're going to basically start with your feet on the ground, so heels are touching the ground. You're going to bring your feet up to one plate, back down to the ground, up to the other plate. That's 1 rep. So you and your partner are going to complete 40 reps together like that. So once again, feet start at the ground, up to one plate, down to the ground, up to the other plate. That's 1 rep. So you guys are gonna complete 40 reps of that, and then you're gonna go back to the start, back to those front squats. If you're not using a barbell for this workout, I'm gonna recommend, instead of doing floor wipers, doing a modified dragon flag. So you're gonna need something that's pretty solid that you'll be able to grab onto. It could be a table, could be a couch, could be a treadmill, whatever you have that's solid and not gonna move. You're gonna be putting those arms just above your head, laying flat on your back, and holding onto that stable item so that you can bring your feet down to the ground. So you'll bring your heels down, heels touch the ground. You're gonna bring your feet up, lift your hips up off the ground, lift your lower back and mid back up off the ground. Shoot your hips up, reach your toes to the sky, and then bring yourself back down where your heels will touch the ground again. So if you keep your body a bit straighter, it's gonna be tougher. You won't be able to do as many in a row. If you end up allowing yourself to bend the knees a little bit more, flex at the hip a little bit more, it's gonna make it a little bit easier. So still gonna be a good challenge, still gonna work your core, hit those lower abdominals, and it's still gonna be fun. Ideally, you wanna move quick, you wanna communicate with your partner, you wanna be in a spot where you're not gonna be having to move your phone or your tablet or computer a whole lot while you're doing this workout. So you might have to put it in a spot, turn up the speaker on there just so you can hear where your partner's at, sort of thing. But yeah, work together on this, work on that communication, set up that time when you're going to be doing the workout together, and be on time for it. If you want to warm up together, you can talk about it, talk about strategy a little bit. What I would suggest for this is to go through all the movements of the workout. Any warm up, I would do like 3 to 5 minutes on a bike or treadmill or skipping or something, just to get moving, get the heart rate up. Go through a little bit of a dynamic warm-up like we would normally do in class, and then from there I would start hitting some of the movements just very lightweight, just to get those movements down and grease the groove, and then from there start adding more load to the weights. So if you have the ability, if you don't have like limited number of weights, then just start adding up gradually, making sure that the body's feeling good with these movements, especially if you haven't done them for a little bit. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this partner workout and be able to find someone to do this with. So for those of you Starke members, look in our Starke Facebook group. So we have a private Facebook group. Try to find someone in there, just throw up your name, say, hey, I'm looking to hit this workout at whatever time, and see if anyone else bites. So might be a good way to go, or if you're going to do it on Instagram, you can do that. Message your buddy and see if they can make this happen with you. But it should be a fun workout. Looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. Thanks for watching, and stay strong. If you are going to hit this workout as a solo effort, my recommendation is to use it as a 30-minute AMRAP, but only do 10 reps of each movement, just so you're gonna get through more of it. If you try and do it 40 reps, it's gonna take you forever, and you're not gonna get through as many of the varied movements as you could if you were just basically chipping away at it 10 reps at a time. So once again, if you're gonna do it as a solo effort, go ahead, but just make sure that you're only hitting about 10 reps of each movement before moving on to the next.